Dang.
Wow.
This is a lot of tiny things. Wow.
Wow. I can like spell my name in here.
Yeah. That's a lot of them there. So we could group all of these things into 10 again like we did before, but here's the thing. They might get messed up. They're very, very small. I have a solution. My good friend, Dixie Cups. These will help us to organize when we're putting these in groups of 10. We can put 10 of the cubes into this Dixie cup, and then we know when it's set off to the side that there's 10 in it.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Since we're probably gonna run out of Dixie cups and space. Since I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cups, we can put all of these beads into one cup and know that there's 100 in that cup.
That's a good idea. So once we have filled 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cups, we put them all into one. Okay, so I have my 1 bead cup filled with 100 beads. Now I'm going to continue to fill 5 more Dixie cups, each with 10, and then pour those into a second Dixie cup. Look what I did. I made a bowling pin pattern. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 makes 10. And if each of those, like these cups, have 10 things inside of them, that makes 100.
And mine I'm setting up as a tens frame with 100 in each cup, so that would make, with 10 beads in each cup, so that would make 100 beads in all. Estimate check. So before I guessed 500 and she guessed 700. I know it's definitely not going to be 500 because I already have 300 here.
And I, once I put all of my beads in the cups, have 500. But 700 is also not right because, well, 300 plus 500 is 800. So we know that it's going to be more than 700. I'm going to guess there will be 950 beads.
I'm going to guess 920 beads.
Okay. Let's continue. Okay. So we finished the beads. How many full hundreds did you have?
I had 4.
I had
still
5.
have 4. All right, so 4 and 5.
So that's 900, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there were 8 single beads in here.
988.
I can't believe that we had that many.
You were closer.
Yes, yes I was.
Aw, shucks.
Let's write on the board. where we separated them into tens, and they were so small, so we decided to put them into Dixie cups so that when we put 10 into a Dixie cup and set it off to the side, we knew that they were already grouped in there so that they wouldn't run into each other. Then we grouped them into hundreds. And so when we had 10 Dixie cups with 10 cubes in each, we all poured them into one cup to make 100.
So in my drawing, I have all of our grouped hundreds, and that's 9 of them, so it's 900. And then we have had our 8 tens, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we had 8 in one cup. All
Cool.
Right,
Let's
last one.
Whoa!
This is
Don't just count the shapes. How many sides are there? Oof. There are that many of the shapes. We have to count all of the sides according to the box.
Mr. Box here.
How could we figure this out? I have an idea.
Okay.
The first step that we need to do, I don't know if this is what you were going to say, is group them by either what shape it is or how many sides they have.
Okay. Let's do it.
Which
So
one do you want to separate it by?
Let's do shapes because like the same shape has the same amount of sides.
But different shapes have the same amount of sides.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Okay, we have all our shapes ready. Now what we can do is find the amount of sides on one of them. I'll use the squares as an example. There are 4 sides on a square. Now I'll count the amount of squares that there are. There are 8, and 8 times 4 is 32. So I know that there are 32 sides on the squares. This says don't just count the shapes, how many sides are there? So we should set aside the fact that there are 8 squares and there are 32 sides.
Okay. So I figured out that there is 30 of these shapes, and they have 4 sides. And so help me do the math here.
Okay, well, what's 3 times 4?
12. So it's 120.
There you go.
Alright, so there's 30 shapes and 120 sides.
Okay. I'll do the triangles now. Okay, well, for the triangles, there are 29 and each has 3 sides. 29 times 30. Times 3, not 30.
Oh.
Sorry. 29 times 3. Well, I know that 20 times 3 is 60, and 9 times 3 is 27, and 60 plus 27 is 87. So I know that I have 87 sides and 29 shapes.
Alright, so I figured out that I have 25 shapes, and there's 4, they have 4 sides.
Okay.
Alright, so it's 25 times 4. 5,
20. What's 20 plus 80?
100. So
There you
there's
go.
100 sides.
Good.
Cool. All right.
Or you could think of it, since there are 25 and each have 4 sides, you could think of a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are 25 times 4. 4 quarters is $1 or 100 cents.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 20. Okay. This one is 80 because there are 4 sides and 20 shapes. And 20 times 4 is 80. Now we have to add all of those up.
Oh boy. So I have 220 in mine.
220?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I didn't even think about mine. I have 80 in this one. I have 87 in this one. And I have... So, are you going to write it on the board?
Yeah.
Okay, now we know that there are 419 sides on all of these shapes. Now we have to add up how many shapes there are. We have, would you like to write this on the board as well? Okay. 112 of the shapes and 419 of the sides.
All right. Let's clean up. You can do this at home, anywhere. You don't need anything fancy. You just find something to count and use organized counting.
Thanks for playing math with us.